Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Island. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, 64% world tension, November 39. We're inching closer to war. Every single episode. Technically, since episode 1, we've been inching closer to war. And to prepare for that, we've been getting a lot of our military upgrades. Trying to upgrade our guerrilla warfare. You will give us 2 times 50% reduction in land options, quite nice. Attack and defense in core territory is fine. But attack and defense and movement speed in urban environments also is quite nice as well. Because urban environments, England does have, I think, like quite a few. Okay, the map here is like not very good, but like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like there's a lot of urban environments in Great Britain. So it's actually very nice to have that kind of ability for when we land. Now again, I haven't actually decided where we're going to invade. And the truth is, we don't even have naval invasion. We've done it in 8 days. Usually, I kind of like landing in Scotland because you kind of can defend this little strip of land here. So probably go near Glasgow. War of Independence. And where does that lead us to? Land forts. You give us population factor, irregular officers. You make our irregulars better, but I don't know, like, do we want irregulars? Not really. So I'm kind of thinking we move our way down to getting this, if a professional army has been completed, the following... Okay, actually, we did not complete a professional army, unfortunately. So we don't get that 0.5. So instead, we get the max volunteer limit, I think. Which is, like, not that good. Anytime I guess maybe actually, like, none of you are that good. The bonus worth infantry weapons would be nice. We get one of those. You know, let's at least take this so we can get the 2 times reduction on land doctrine. And then once you're finished, we'll prepare our naval invasion. Probably just straight out of Belfast. That's going to be the quickest route. One problem we will be facing, of course, I don't like how you're going to lose this territory. One issue we are going to be facing, of course, is the British Navy. As you may or may not know, it's quite large. So I don't know if we'll be able to do like a naval invasion immediately, unfortunately. Do I even want to get any other naval attacks? I don't really think so. Let's go for level 2 radars. Let's prepare. Let's just say a 5 division naval invasion from Belfast to here. Get these guys on that. Ottoman Empire's ended. Okay, so did the Ottomans lose? I think they have. Bit of a shame. Again, the Ottomans can still join the Reichspakt, depending on which path they end up going here. Do I need to send troops down to you? Like, I don't think the Pope is going to die. He's got like a surprising... How many troops does the Pope have? 11 to 44. Holy shit, the Pope is stacked? What the fuck? He's doing very well for himself. Let's just put it that way. You require us to 250 guns, 100 artillery. That's fine. 90 days, get that done. We have 346 artillery in storage. Is that good enough for me just to throw... Oh, no, they've already got it in there. Excellent. And you know, actually, I do want to probably get a handful of AA guns going as well. Yes. And we can put some AA guns in our infantry divisions at some point into the future. And for you, we'll go for 1940 support. We're going to want it at some point anyways. I'm surprised that you were even still holding on. Like, you're going to falter very, very soon. I need to get my units out of Italy. It does seem like the tides are really beginning to turn. Now, I don't think they're going to take... Hey, 1 military factory. Hey, that allows me to build my... my lovely little... give me another arms factory. Use my AA guns, which is nice. I know we don't have a template for them. Don't worry about that. So let us appeal to the... I guess we have to do this multiple times, huh? Because you require 0.05. So we do this 5 times. And then we would have to do you also 5 times. So that's going to be 250 political power. In order to actually get all this stuff done. So I guess we want to get political power gain if we're going to need more political power. So let's appeal to the loyalists first. I don't know if it matters which order we do them in. I'm hoping... Okay, we're actually also at 80% world tension. I'm hoping it doesn't really matter too much. Azerbaijan is still a war with Iran. So they... I mean, Azerbaijan, I don't think they're going to win against Iran. And Iran, unfortunately, is kind of weird. Because Iran's one of those countries that you think they would have a bigger stake in world affairs. But Iran actually doesn't do anything. I don't think they can join a faction. Even if they go socialist, even if they go liberal, even if they go, like, monarchist, I don't think they do anything at all. Like, I think they can have alliance with, like, Afghanistan, but again, Afghanistan also doesn't do anything. Now, I know we're not going to be in the war right away for the obvious reason that we're still not in the Reichspakt. Scoop of the century. On this day, 180 years ago, Arthur Guinness famously signed a 9,000-year lease for the premises that would become St. James Gate Brewery in Dublin. A 9,000-year lease? Who signed off on that one? His brand had been closely associated with Ireland for many years now, not least because of the similarity of the Guinness logo with Ireland's coat of arms. But the reputation of synonymity over the past decade has reached the extent that many writers have come to describe it as almost an emblematic of Ireland in the modern era. The Guinness family, originally MacGuhosha of the McGuinness, were an old Gaelic clan, and one of the very few that converted to Anglism in the time of the Reformation. They benefited from this in kind, with the wealth and prestige that came with the fully integrating themselves in the Anglo-Irish cohort that ruled Ireland for most of the last few hundred years. For a time, their success was a symbol of Anglo-Irish prosperity in the industry, and their dark beer became popular throughout Ireland, but also in the British Empire in its entirety. Profiting from this relationship, unlike most of Ireland, the Guinnesses became prominent unionists, eager to maintain and expand their commercial success in the future. Though the British Revolution came as a shock to their main clientele, the company somehow seems to expand their market into Middle Europa, where Ireland's place far away from the British and close to that of the German sphere of influence had taken the beer to becoming somewhat trendy, or even a chic on the continent. This change has been taken by many to be a symbol of Ireland's place in the world as an independent nation, one that has replaced the old with the new, but essentially maintained much of itself. The beer continues to enjoy great success at home and abroad. Despite its newfound popularity on the continent, some Anglophile tendencies of the owners remained, even if softened to the extent that the beer is still good, is still in good demand for shipments in what the remains of the British Empire. In some ways, linking Ireland's past with its present and its future. Again, we want to join you? Seek guarantees. We don't have solidified international recognition quite yet. Have I really not done that? I guess, is that in the okay, we're gonna have a lesson of War of Independence. That's gonna be ancestral ties. Do you give us anything? Oh, we can actually have returning immigrants. You know what? That actually could be good. We'll get that going. Spain has ended their civil war. They'll be joining up with France soon. Portugal did take Galicia, so I mean, that's something. I mean, is it good? I mean, it means that Portugal has to defend a bigger border, and they're not very good at that in the first place. How are we doing? I don't think Rome's going to collapse. Two Sicilies might, though. Which is a little scary. The Italian state decided just to, like, fuck off and do nothing at all, so thanks for that, buddy. Really, really happy to see it. Our political power gain is still so bad, man. It's so bad. 0.44. Is there anybody here we can replace? I mean, I guess you aren't really doing too much. I mean, we could get you up to war economy. And maybe service by requirement. We're at, what, 28,000? We cap at 6.5. Okay, our council isn't getting any larger than this. But at the same time, we're probably not going to be deploying any more divisions. So let's set you to 1, set you to 1, set you to 1. They'll probably never deploy more than what's currently in our queue. Oh, what the hell? When did Greece pop off? Okay, let's send you back up north. Okay, I'm happy to see this. I don't know when this happens. Where are you going, by the way? I want you going here. If we take this city, I think it might cause the socialists to surrender, which would be nice. Bring you forward. National focus. Do any of you give me okay, you're garbage. I don't care about you. You actually give me 100 political power. Actually, I do need this. So let's solidify international recognition. Should have done this probably a while ago. By the way, are any of you justifying wars? We can't tell, but I'm going to go with probably yes. They're returning immigrants. Ever since England brought Ireland under its control, immigration became a common occurrence as the Irish fled poverty and oppression under the English boot. Initially to the Catholic powers of Europe, and then to the New World, particularly that of the United States of America. As the former stars fell and the latters rose, as the Great Famine devastated the Isle, leaving over 1 million dead and more than half again in exile. This trend was exacerbated, creating a culture of migration that resulted in the island's population continuing to decline decades after the event. Only the British Revolution and the wave of instability in America would bring the end to this exodus. The main ports of call for Irish immigrants now became unattractive, in contrast to the modestly growing prosperity of the newly independent republic. The powder keg of the failing American economy and the rising political tensions has finally exploded, and for the second time in a century, civil war has broken out in the United States, leading many American of Irish descent to seek return to the homeland after other ancestors. It has been 3 years, give or take, since the Civil War broke out, but better late than never. The Irish government is divided on its approach to the crisis. Some insist that Irish Americans are still our flesh and blood, and that having assisted Ireland in winning independence, we have a national duty to assist them in their kind. While others, more cynical, politicians and bureaucrats, point out that due to our lack of resources, accepting a flood of refugees at the present moment may further destabilize the country already in the process of recovering from Black Monday. Well, the thing is, I'm guessing they... Look, we recovered from Black Monday a while ago. Monthly population 125% for negative 10% stability. Well, we'll just take as many as the resources can handle. Seems okay. That means we are getting almost 1,000 extra troops per month, which actually is pretty good. The emergency. For the second time in less than 2 decades, Europe has plunged into war. This time, however, it was not just be imperialists against imperialists, but rather a war of ideology. This, combined with modern military tactics and technology, makes it likely this will be even more deadly than the last. This time around, Ireland is fortunate enough to be a sovereign nation, with all its freedom of independence, foreign policy that goes with it. And it may be the case that Ireland will remain on the sidelines for this conflict, and after it is over, find itself in a drastically changed world, if otherwise unscathed. But it may also easily occur that war will come to Ireland's green shores, and for such a possibility, the army must be busy in its preparations. As such, the IRA has now mobilized itself for war, and stands ready to defend the island, using every man and tool at its disposal. The utilization of the officers' corps has been expanded, with many officers now being given a chance to showcase their expertise in areas during peacetime were deemed less necessary. For the general public, the aura of uncertainty fills the towns and villages, as even though Ireland does not look likely to enter conflict directly, there will doubtlessly be effects on trade and the supply of food and fuel. Some have even begun to refer to the situation emphatically as Ein Endala, or the emergency, as given the country's neutral status, it cannot be described as being at war. Come at what may, Ireland must do what it can in the tumultuous days to come. Okay, new Irish Republican Army decisions are now unlocked, and additional Chief of Staff and Military High Command members are recruitable. Okay. Irish Republican Army, we're expanding you. Ireland will not surrender. And I still want to join the Reichspact. Ireland at war with major countries. So these are all if we're actually at war. And of course, we're not at war quite yet. I think the fact that we need 50 political power to join the war is wild. I might actually, you know what we're actually going to do? We're just going to give ourselves 50 political power. Just so we can just press the join the Reichspact button. Assuming we're going to get a pop-up about this. And we might get a pop-up as well about being, okay, we have 2 days ready to go. It looks like no matter what, we join the Reichspact. Russia's now invaded Eastern Europe. Denmark has joined the Reichspact. The German Empire has accepted an alliance. But Germany being such a close friend of the nation, and with the Irish army making a conscious effort to organize itself on the Reichspact lines, many expect the Irish request to become a member of the German military alliance to be a relatively simple process. It seems that the expectations were well founded, as the Germans have reportedly received a request warmly. While there has been some effort to formalize everything, the Irish government can breathe slightly easier, knowing that they are protected by the full might of the German sphere, for better or for worse. Quite possibly for worse. Okay, again, we're not at war quite yet. Join the Kaiser Wilhelm Society, absolutely. And we will join the war. So 37 to 51, 66 to 99. Okay, you've been canceled immediately, unfortunately. Oh, my recruitment bonus is already immediately gone. Okay, can I still take, Oh, I need to be at peace. And not be in a faction. Well, shit. Okay, well, good work on, good work, team. So then what do we want, then? I mean, get some free land forts. I will take those. And what about you guys? Recruitment campaign, 200 weekly manpower, 20% mobilization speed, 2 free divisions, which I don't actually want. Why do you say 21? I'm assuming because these guys are volunteer. When they're transferring, does it actually get removed off of this number? I guess so. What else do we have aside from this? German gun running, 4,000 guns. Absolutely. Take that immediately. And recruitment campaign, I don't care about. Beer for bread. More rifles, more stability. Okay. I'll worry about those a little bit later. And what about our small amount of aircraft? I don't want them in the air quite yet for the obvious reason that they will get shot down. But we have our units ready to go. Now, I know the German Navy isn't anywhere near Ireland right now, which is a little sad. It'd be nice if they were here. Okay, coastal fortifications are going to be ready to go. How are you guys actually doing? Because right now, like, we're not going to be able to really do too much. Japan and Morocco. Morocco's already wanting to leave. Germany's at war. One form is true. Estimated army strength 100% or less compared to enemies. I'm guessing that's against both. 143. I guess we have no idea how many. There's a lot of Russian troops, huh? A lot more than I was expecting. Are we already getting bombed? Wait, why is there all this damage? I guess we're already being bombed by the British. Is that the case? They got some ground missions. But we have our AA guns. AA guns, we got 7 of you bad boys. Efficiency 100%. Air detection of 60%. They only have 1% detection. Like, we have better detection, which is nice. There's currently no air units active in the region, which is good. Happy to see that. I would really love Germany to kill the Dutch as quickly as they possibly can. I'm a little worried. Oh, there's no enemy ships here. There is one British troop. What we're going to do is we're going to save. We're going to do a little bit of save scumming here, because I'm a little bit of a scummer. We are going to set our naval units, combine these guys up. Naval invasion support. We're going to launch our invasion. Can I actually land in Scotland? How many troops? Okay, there's these troops here. You will all just join up with this army. How many British troops are there? 41 to 98 in total. I'm hoping a handful of those guys are actually on the continent, so I don't need to worry about them as much. Oh, there's actually just nobody in Scotland. Well, that makes my life easier. That makes my life a lot simpler. I want all of you going here. Go to Glasgow. Keep moving forward. And I want you to go take Roslyn, because that is a port province. Okay, there's a British troop there. Thanks, guys. Move in, move in, move in. Hopefully you don't get intercepted by too many hostile units. And this actually has been going surprisingly smoothly. I'm actually a little worried about how well this has gone. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Okay, there's extra British forces. Move you in here. All of you bad boys on this line. Send the cavalry up north. Flanders has already collapsed. Okay, I mean, that's not great by any stretch of the imagination. Return of the big fellow. The outbreak of hostilities with the Internationale has had a measurable effect on the mindset of the Irish people. For the past decade after independence, the country has seen plenty of disagreement over politics, and is the nature of democracy. But the coming of the war once again had an Ireland shores has done wonders to smooth over the populist divide by uniting them against a common enemy. Whether Catholic or Protestant, conservative, liberal, or integralist, there's no doubt to most that their own petty bickering means little in life posed by the onslaught of the godless Reds. Exemplifying this point is none other than the war hero of the War of Independence and former President Michael Collins. The man once beloved by all before having made countless enemies throughout his years in the Dial. Although Collins disagrees on many matters of the current government, he has put aside his differences and offered his services for the duration of the conflict, returning to serve the nation to which he had devoted his life since the childhood in its hour of need. I feel like I bungled that up a shit ton. I would much rather actually have the political power than having him as a general. Appeal to the nationalist. And I think that with the war having kicked off, and this would be a good time for us to end this episode. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Not enjoyed it, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.